Today we got a story time of a Minecraft kid who freaks out in class because he thinks Huggy Wuggy, yeah, like the big blue monster thing from that video game, is real and out to get him. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Leave a like on the video to claim your free nothing, and let's just jump right into it. So we're going to call the subscriber Alex, and I got that name from the comment section, so leave a comment for any name you want me to use. But anyways, Alex told me the story about this time of when this Minecraft kid had this massive freak out in class because he thought Huggy Wuggy, as I showed you a photo earlier, that kind of like that blue monster from that video game, was actually real. And you might be thinking, Connor, how did he even fall for this in the first place? Well, anyways, here's part one of what happened. Part one is actually tricking the Minecraft kid into believing it. And the subscriber was not the one who ended up tricking the Minecraft kid, because that's, I don't know, that's a little bit mean. I'll be honest, it just feels like a little bit mean to me, and the subscriber also feels that way, or I'm just going to call him Alex from this point on. But there's this kid in the class, right? So there's Alex, there's the Minecraft kid, and then there's also the we're just going to call him the bully guy. He's known for being kind of mean, for like, I don't know, tricking people, pranking people, but also kind of doing it in like mean-spirited ways. And in part one of this story, essentially what happens is, right, the bully guy, he's bored one day, and he knows the Minecraft kid is kind of gullible, and he's known as the Minecraft kid because he plays a ton of Minecraft, and that's kind of his personality, which, when you're in second grade, which is what grade they were in, man, like, I don't know, it's a cool game. That's fine if that's your personality. But anyways, right, one day, the bully was kind of just like chilling in class, and he was getting bored, and he wanted to mess with someone, and he knew that the Minecraft kid was pretty gullible, and, he was like, you know what? Let's try and convince this kid about that, Huggy Wuggy is actually like a real thing. For me, back in the day, for a little bit, I believed in this thing called like Bloody Mary. Essentially, back in my day, there was a little legend going around that if at 3 a.m., yes, before 3 a.m. became kind of a meme, if you went into your bathroom mirror at 3 a.m. with the lights off and said Bloody Mary's name three times, she'd appear behind the mirror and then end you. Like, it was something like that. I know that sounds really dumb, but bro, I was in second grade and I kind of believed it. So once again, right, the bully is like, you know what? We're going to make the Minecraft kid believe that, yes, Huggy Wuggy is like a legitimate urban legend and will actually, come after him if something happens. And the bully kind of doesn't just want to scare him a little bit. He also wants to embarrass him in front of the whole class. So when the bully comes up with this idea, he feels pretty proud of himself. He feels pretty confident. He's pretty excited, So he turns to both his friend, who we're going to call Ben, and also the subscriber, aka Alex, right? And Alex isn't necessarily friends with the bully. He just is like on okay grounds with him. And the bully turns to Ben and Alex and is like, hey, I have a pretty funny idea. So you see him over there, points to the Minecraft kid. I'm going to convince him that Huggy Wuggy is real. And at this point, Alex is like, that's fine, like, whatever, do what you want. But then the bully says, and then I'm going to do this. The bully goes on to explain to Ben and Alex that he's going to tell the Minecraft kid that Huggy Wuggy will only spawn when a teacher talks about something called the Black Death. If you don't know, that was something like the Black Plague or whatever. That was something that happened in like the 1600s or maybe earlier, I kind of forget, where there's a disease that wiped out a lot of people on the planet. And the bully knew that they were really close to covering it in history class. And he was going to explain to the Minecraft kid that across schools, across the country, right, that talking about like, the Black Plague or the Black Death or whatever was banned because the teachers knew it would spawn like Huggy Wuggy, this evil creature, whatever, which sounds ridiculous, but man, they were in second grade. And essentially, the bully was going to, show him, try and convince him of, Huggy Wuggy's existence, and then tell him if the teacher, says anything about the Black Death or the Black Plague, he will spawn and, end us all or whatever, knowing very well that the teacher was about to hop onto a unit about, like, the Black Plague, and most likely, the Minecraft kid would have had a massive freak out in class. So Ben, the bully's friend, was like, ha ha ha, that's so funny, whatever, but Alex, the subscriber, was like, all right, man, I don't know, that sounds a little mean, but, do what you want to do. And, Alex kind of goes back to, living his life or whatever. But, he is close enough to, both the Minecraft kid and, Ben, or not Ben, but the bully guy, to hear what the bully says to the Minecraft kid to try and convince him. So anyways, right after that conversation, the bully goes on his phone and finds some kind of like scary video of like like a clip from the video game where Huggy Wuggy like jumps out and attacks like the player, but make sure not to show that it doesn't show any part that, you know, I don't know, shows that it's in a video game or shows that it's a YouTuber. So he goes ahead and he goes on this like downloader app. He downloads the video from YouTube and he cuts it so it's just like, you know, the Huggy Wuggy jump scare or whatever. He's like, all right, this is my proof and I'm going to go up to the Minecraft kid and try and convince him. So anyways, right, the bully does go up to the Minecraft kid and the bully's like, man, I got something really, really important to tell you. And the Minecraft kid's like, oh, bro, what's up? Like, what's going on? He's like, hey, man, this is just like, I need to get the word out about this. It's like for the safety of others. He's like, dude, my cousin had a friend who went to the school, and in this school, they didn't get the message. And, you know, the Minecraft kid's like, what do you mean they didn't get the message? And the bully's like, they didn't get the message not to talk about the Black Plague. And, you know, Minecraft kid's like, oh, I don't know what that is. He's like, okay, so here's basically what happened. For some reason, right, across the country, whenever, you know, teachers were talking about, you know, trying to teach their kids about the Black Plague, this creature, this big blue creature would just appear and you would just end them all. And just look, and he shows them a video. He doesn't call the creature Huggy Wuggy, right? Because it's like, that's a little like, that might throw him off a little bit. The name is a little bit too cutesy. He's like, I'll leave that out. And then, like, you know, the Minecraft kid is like, oh my God. But then the Minecraft kid's like, wait a minute. Why haven't I heard about this? And, you know, the bully, like, thinks for a second. He's like, oh, shoot. And he's like, oh, the government, they're trying to cover it up, man, because it would be mass hysteria. We'd literally have a civil war. Why would we have a civil war? I don't know. It sounded scary and hyperbolic, so might as well say that. But anyways, the bully's like, they tried to cover it up, but my cousin, he had a friend, and his friend, like, he was leaving to go to the bathroom as the big blue monster came in and ended all of his friends. He was able to escape, and, you know, the FBI came to his house and said that he couldn't tell anyone. And, but, you know, he needed to get the word out just in case. He said, if a teacher, right, if for some reason our teacher has not gotten the word and they start teaching us about the Black Plague, right, you have to get up and you have to stop them at all costs. I just need to let more people know. And at this point, right, the Minecraft kid's like, oh man, like, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. And the bully just like, he puts both hands on the Minecraft kid's shoulders and looks him directly in the eyes. And he's like, just remember, if you have to take one thing away from what I'm saying, if our teacher starts talking about the Black Death, the Black Plague, whatever you want to call it, you'll know it when you hear about it. This is what's going to happen to all of us. And he reaches back into his pocket, pulls out his phone, goes into his videos, and shows him the video again. At this point, right, the Minecraft kid is completely convinced. And just remember, the Minecraft kid was already kind of gullible, plus they were all in second grade. Normally, if you did this to like some random like high schooler, yeah, it wouldn't work. But bro, the Minecraft kid, at this point, he was both terrified and convinced. So the bully walks back, you know, the bully walks over to, you know, back to his table, and he's kind of like smiling, and he looks over at Ben and kind of gives him like a high five or whatever. And, you know, Alex, the subscriber, is looking at this like, bro, this kid's kind of a jerk, if I'm being honest. So nothing really happens for the rest of that day, and nothing actually happens for a couple more days. But about 3 days later, they all get into class, they sit down, right? Alex, the subscriber, has more or less kind of forgotten about what has happened in the last couple days, and is just kind of like thinking about like normal things. And he's like, oh, I wonder what we're going to learn about in history today. And sure enough, the teacher goes up and he's like, all right, class, we've reached that period in history where we're going to be talking about the Black Plague. And at this point, right, as soon as Alex heard those words, everything kind of like snapped back into him and remembered exactly what the bully's plan was. And Alex looked over at the Minecraft kid, and he was able somehow to see at the angle he was able to see the Minecraft kid's face. And the Minecraft kid's face was like completely pale, like in complete shock. And the Minecraft kid was about to act. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, which if you're hearing this, you did, comment Huggy Wuggy down below. That's 2 words, by the way. I just want to see how many people made it this far into the video, as I really, really do appreciate people who watch my videos. And also, if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing. It'll make me very happy, and you'll get 0 seconds of good luck, which is a fantastic deal. Anyways, back to the video. Anyways, right, sure enough, you know, Alex, the subscriber, is sitting there like, oh no, like, the Minecraft kid, what is he gonna do? And yes, sure enough, right, you know, the Minecraft kid, he gets up And he literally says, no! Like, he just screams out no in front of everyone. And everyone kind of just, like, goes super silent because they're just like, why did this kid just scream out no? The teacher's face is this look of, like, complete shock and confusion with a little bit of horror because he's just like, oh my God, why did this kid just get up in front of everyone and scream, no! Because at this point, right, the teacher and nobody else besides the bully, Ben, and, the subscriber, Alex, have any idea about why any of this is going on. And, right, the bully and Ben are trying so hard not to laugh right now. Alex, like, looks over and takes, like, a peek and says, yeah, these kids are trying not to laugh so hard. By the way, don't worry, the bully's gonna get some karma in just a second, but it's towards the end, but he does get karma. Don't worry. What goes around comes around, just as Justin Timberlake said, baby. Don't worry about it. And the teacher finally, after being kind of like shocked for a second, looks at the Minecraft kid and says, what are you talking about? And the Minecraft kid's like, no, don't talk about, the Black Plague. And the teacher's like, it's in our unit. Why do you not want? He's like, a big blue monster. He's gonna come eat us all. And at this point, right, the class is just like, what the heck? What is going on right now, man? What is going on? And the teacher looks at the Minecraft kid and is like, come again? And the Minecraft kid's like, you don't understand. There's this creature, this big blue creature that, he's going around from school to school. And if the teachers talk about, the Black Plague, he comes and ends them all. And at this point, right, the teacher's like, Minecraft kid. He says his actual name. He's like, Minecraft kid. That is obviously not true. Also, I just said, the Black Plague. If that was true, wouldn't there be a big blue creature coming out right now? And sure enough, no, Huggy Wuggy did not appear from the ceiling and, like, FNAF-style jump scare them all. That just didn't happen. Sure enough, believe it or not, and yeah, the Minecraft kid is, like sitting there, still kind of panicked, freaking out. He's like, and then, like, the Minecraft kid is starting to realize how ridiculous of a statement because he kind of did it on instinct. He was thinking about it because for like the last 2 days, he was having like nightmares about like, the big blue monster, which happened to be like Huggy Wuggy or whatever, right? And he's like, oh my, and he was freaking out about it. So the second that the teacher said the kind of the key word that was supposed to like doom them all, he freaked out. But after he said it out loud in front of everyone, he kind of realized how dumb it was. And he kind of sat back down. He's like, sorry, teacher, I don't know what got into me. At this point, right, the whole class starts laughing. And the subscriber, Alex, he's not having it. He's like, nah, man, this Minecraft kid, he's not a bad kid. I'm not for this. And anyways, right, the bully and Ben, his friend, are just laughing so hard right now. Even the teacher giggles a little bit, which fair enough, right? It's kind of wild what just happened. He's like, all right, class, don't worry about a big blue monster coming out to destroy us all. I can promise you personally that will not happen. And then everyone laughs again a little bit, and then they go on to actually go into the history lesson. And, sure enough, right, Alex is sitting there throughout the entire class. He was thinking to himself, man, this is not right. Like, that was wrong. Like, that kid did not deserve that. So eventually, right, the class ends, and everyone gets up, and they go off to their next class. But Alex, he kind of, like, takes a little longer to pack up his stuff so that, like, naturally everyone will leave before him. And he's kind of there, he puts his stuff into the bag, and the teacher's sitting at his desk, kind of like looking at his paperwork or whatever, getting ready for his next class. And Alex, the subscriber, goes up and says, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And the teacher's like, yeah, sure. And Alex then goes on to explain everything. He kind of goes on to explain everything that I told you in this story, and the teacher is looking at him the whole time like, all right, good to know. And yeah, sure enough, right, the teacher thinks about it and is like, yeah, that was kind of mean. That was kind of mean of the bully guy. And the bully guy had a history of doing stuff like this before. Maybe, if it was a kid who was like genuinely known as like a good kid and he just thought it'd be kind of funny to have a little prank or whatever, he would get away with it, maybe just with a little talk or something. But no, this kid had a history of being kind of a massive jerk. So yeah, sure enough, the teacher's like, all right, thank you for letting me know. I will handle this. Yeah, and sure enough, later that day, Alex, the subscriber, is kind of walking in the hallways, and, the bully isn't near him, but he hears on the loudspeaker, and it's like, says the bully's name, but he's like, Can bully insert last name please come to the front office? I repeat, can bully insert last name? It's first name, last name, you know what I mean? We'll say like bend over. So I'm kidding. I've seen that comment so many times. Anyways, can like, I don't know, Ben, Steve, or whatever come to the front office if that was the name of the bully. And sure enough, right, the bully got a pretty big talking to. And while he didn't necessarily get suspended, apparently, he was on very, very thin ice. And if he did anything like that again, like, he was going to be like in school suspension for a couple days. And also his mom got called and was told all about that, which I don't know, man. Sometimes that's the worst punishment of them all.